All right, guys, welcome back, and it is the Shark. Today, I am starting a new series on Twitter and YouTube. It's going to be called From Spare Change to Bags. Basically, it's going to be taking just a little bit of, in this case, I had spare B&B. I had like $80 worth of B&B or something. So you'll see how I decided to spend it starting this project up. Uh, There was a bunch of different options I had. I chose to go with true crypto, you know, DeFi, decentralized finance, because that's always what I preach. Liquidity pools, uh, spot swaps, jet and swaps on ton, Web3, reliable earning projects. I also like REITs, real world assets, tokenized real estate. I'm big into that as well. But a lot of that requires much larger hands, much bigger bags or bags already, right? And we're trying to build bags. So all that'll be in later series, right? Once we have our bags, what do we do with them? Well, we're going to start to build them. And I think $80 we can say is spare change, right? Someone can get together $80 pretty quickly, saving 20 here, saving 20 there, no big deal. It's not even a full C note, right? I really think it was around $80. I don't remember, but we'll see in a minute. Um, so we're gonna get started. Like I said, this is gonna be I'm gonna try to do this once a week, right? I'm gonna invest in something. We're gonna give it a week to ride out. We're gonna see where we're at, see where our profits are at, and do what we do. So be looking for a weekly update. Probably there's no need for a daily update on this type of a project. So anyway, guys, what we're gonna get into first and foremost today. And by the way, you need to be in my communities. Crypto Gains, Meta Gains, and Telegram. Follow me on Twitter. The Metashark on my YouTube at Metashark Money. Be in my communities, guys. I'm putting the alpha out there. So, for instance, uh, this is my Twitter. Right, we're gonna get the moonshot, boys. Okay, so stick with the shark, and you're gonna profit. I'm also going to be doing some other series like trading and stuff. But right now, without further ado, let's get into episodes 1 star. And that is going to be bonds, guys. Okay? Specifically, ApeBonds. All right? Now, I know the guys at ApeBonds. They're a great crew of dudes. They're building something truly special. And that's why they get the #1 slot. I don't think there's any better spot right now in crypto. I'm going to be real honest, crazy honest. I think if you have under $100 and you want to get involved in crypto, this is the spot. Now, I don't even get this become a partner. That's if you're going to launch a coin or do something, right? There's no referral structure here, guys. None of that stuff. I get nothing out of this video except being a total Chad and the crypto king and helping you guys out to learn how to start building bags, right? There might be referral structures later for some stuff, helps me, help you, help me, all that fun stuff. But ApeBonds, boys, they're growing, so it's fine, but it's an incredible experience here if you're really trying to get into DeFi and earn legitimately. Now, we can see here that they have sold 176,000 bonds. They have had 33 million total bonded, and they've had 330 partners. Now that tells you their partners are spending a good bit of money. Okay, this has a deep ecosystem that they're building that is really, here for earnings. You can see these bonuses. They're linked to tier bonuses. They just get you a little more, but we'll get into all that. Let's reverse for a minute. What is a bond? What is ApeBonds? I mean, a bond is a bond, gentlemen, right? Um, All right, guys. So, I said a bond is a bond, right? In fiat, in general terms, a bond is like a cash deposit, similar situation, right? So you would spend $100 and they'd give you a sheet of paper that was a bond, and they'd say in 20 years when this matures, or in 5 years, this piece of paper you're going to turn it in and it's going to be worth $150 because they took that 100 and they used it for whatever they used it for, right? Or they lost it. It's an insurance against loss. They pay you no matter what, right? But that's what a bond is in fiat, right? You pay in money, you wait a period of time, you cash out your profit. It is that easy. It is that simple to understand. You don't need to know what they do with the money or who does what. Just know that generally you're insured against loss. Okay. Now let's get involved in crypto. It's the same thing these guys are doing. They're offering you token purchases at and that you simply just buy and hold until they mature at the end of the locked cycle and you take your profit. But they're taking it a step further. They're adding a nuance that makes it one of the most incredible earning opportunities in crypto, which is why we're here for episode 1. They give deep discounts right off the bat to anyone buying a bond. Now, you can increase those discounts to be much deeper through multiple ways. Like we talked about this earning system, you can see up to a 25% bonus. If you have no tier, you get a 19% discount. Okay, and they go up from here. You can see I'm at gold right now, right? Understand, okay, you know, there are major tokens here right now, guys, right? All kinds of tokens. Right now, Saito Network is putting one out. Um, so, you can just search around. You can see what, they have many more bonds in this, right? But you can see these are the ones that they're listing, right? On all these different chains. I'm a BNB Chad, boys, on top of being a ton Chad. So I tend to, Arky right now is hot. It's like a reward platform. Basically, you perform standard crypto actions, use exchanges, do this, that, the other thing, and they pay you for your actions. It's very interesting. You can see the vesting period's 90 days, and it's almost all bought up. And this is on Solana. Okay, so they even have Solana bonds. They have ETH bonds. Okay, like I said, BSC, BNB bonds, hyper bonds, hyper liquid bond. Hype. Um, base, all kinds of stuff. Okay, you buy these at these deep discounts. My favorite is ApeBond. I'm currently bonding. Right, they are bonding ApeBond. You get up to 31% discount. It starts at 25%. I got a 27% discount. The bonding curve is 5 days. You stake, they release after 5 days. You can see, uh, it's in the middle of its bonding curve. So we'll go to my bonds and we'll see that I purchased an A bond, okay, for $57, guys, and I'm gonna get 31 profit. Okay, the bond value is 103,000 A bond, which will be worth roughly $88. I staked. I forget how much I staked. Let's see. But you can see I got a bonus of $23 just off of my bonuses. But I want to say I staked 30,000 or 50,000. I'm not sure, guys. It doesn't matter. It tells you when you stake. But regardless, in 4 days, like you saw, I will get 103,000 A bond, which will be worth this much money, which I plan to claim, sell for BNB, and then buy a larger bond in the $100, just to pull $100 bond. I'm going to keep recycling, but that's not neither here nor there. You can see this is how this works. Okay. I can buy again if I want, so which is probably what I'll do. I didn't see that. I believe that in 4 days is claimable. I can directly reinvest it, which is what I will do. Okay, so that is how this works, right? My lock period was 5 days. I generally only mess around with low term bonds, okay? We can see 5 days, 20 days. These are what I get involved in. Okay. I don't like 30, 60, 90. I'm trying to stay liquid. But some of these Monstro, I mean, I am about to buy a Monstro bond, I'll tell you right now. Um, it's base and Monstro's been around for a while. So I'll do that in the next project here. I might buy it myself, but I'll record it. But let's click on that and see what happens, gentlemen. So I would want, I can buy it in any of these, right? These things, I'd probably just go with USDT or USDC. Let's say I wanted to buy $25 worth of Monstro. Okay. So they're saying after 30 days, I would earn $27 back. So I'd profit $2 in 30 days on this, right? It's a much lower bond, right? And that's fine. I could increase my tier to increase my bonuses. I can increase my amount. All right, but that's how this would work. And as you can see, we'll go over here to true yield. True yield is an amazing, I guess, layer on top of standard bonds. You lock a bond to start earning USDT and additional utilities. I'm currently staked in gold, which is 50K points. I have 103,000 points, but the next tier diamond is at 200K. So eventually I will get there. You can see I have some claimable rewards. That's the max APR. But I did this not for necessarily earning, right? You can see the next epoch here. I did this for the utility and bonuses because locking a bond, and I permanently locked mine. You get your lock, you can see I perma locked. I'll also perma lock my next because it's the highest APR and it gives you the best points towards unlocking tiers. And as I said, even once I get up to the diamond, legend, mythical. Sorry, guys, I've been drinking. It's in the morning, my coffee, so I've been kind of not talking loud so you don't hear me slurping. But I know it might be hard to hear me. But my goal with true yield is not the actual yield in this case, it is the utility of staking the tokens, which, as you can see, locking ApeBond unlocks special utilities such as earning true yield directly from ApeBond as revenue share. Additionally, holders who stake will receive a discount boost on all bonds they purchase, plus exclusive access to special bonds. On and off chain governance is planned to incorporate ApeBond holders in decision making and empower them to shape ApeBond growth. This can get powerful, guys. I saw a guy and I made a post about it, made probably, I think, $5,000 with his mythical tier off of like a 60-day bond or a 90-day bond. Do your research. Right? Make your correct bond purchases and the deep discounts, guys. They're almost. We spoke about how fiat bonds insulate you against loss. That's what this does. They're not insulating you against loss per se, but you're getting these bonds at a 30% discount or a 20% discount. So the price would have to move against you that much, right? Like for let's say for instance you buy 1,000 coins of ApeBond, and that 1,000 coins of ApeBond is worth $150, but you buy it at your 30% discount, right? Uh, let's do this math, shall we, guys? So if 1,000 tokens was worth $150 and you got a 30% discount, you would get your tokens for $105, okay? They're currently worth 150. So the market would have to move against you all the way down from 150 to 105 just for you to be in danger of breaking even. Then it would have to continue to move against you. Okay, like that's a large market move, fellas. I'm not going to get into all that statistics. This video will get real long. But, we're talking the market would have to move against you like 30, 40%. Uh, Unless something terrible happens, if you've done your research or you followed someone who did your research, that's not going to happen. and even a slight uptick, you understand, you're going to sell them back at that 150 or better. So you're guaranteed. That's why they say your profit is this, because you know they're giving you such a deep discount that your profit is all but insured, and you can get more than that, right? So with these discounts and boosts, right? You gain access, like they said, to special bonds. You get better tiers, ensure special opportunities and bigger rewards. True yield, you earn your USDT. And again, I'm not mad at yield. You know, I yield farm. Once this gets to thousands of dollars, the yield might be good. But right now, the yield is not my goal. It is the utility, right? And the discounting boost. Enjoy discounts on all EVM bonds by acquiring tier points and securing your Ape tier. I don't know if it's just EVM. If it is, like I said, I'm going to buy some Monstro, and I forget what that hyper EVM one was. But also, they have plans for governance starting. They have a good Telegram. You can find me in there. They have a Discord. I'm on and off in their Discord. I post about them on X. They have their own X as well, right? So again, guys, this is the lick. If you only have money to do anything first, it is to come here to bonds, and it is to buy a bond. Okay? Okay, you can buy it with BNB, USDT, any of these, okay? Buy a bond. And you saw that you can get all the info you might want about the project as well, right? It has this for all projects. They tell you all the information here. They make it so simple for you to do your own research and like find my communities, talk to me. But you can see current prices, this, and they are essentially boosting it up to this for you with all your discounts and boosts. And it tells you, right? You can put it here. You can say you want, let's buy one BNB, $714, and it says, oh man, you'll get 1 million OA bond. You're getting a $17 boost, and you're getting a base bonus of $185. They're giving you this boost on top, okay? You're getting 33,000 points to your tier. So see, it is all tier, right? Doing a 1,104 bond purchase will grant you a diamond tier. So it even tells you, hey, just a little bit more and you can upgrade your tier. And then it tells you about the project. It gives you its bond status and bonding curve status. It gives you people who are investing in it. You can see lots of people are buying, lots of people are invested in this. Guys, like I said, Ape.bond. I get nothing out of this. You get a great welcome bonus. Lock in. Thank me later. Get your bonds going. I'll see you in a week, maybe 4 days when that bond comes due. I'll do another video. So see you in 4 days. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's chat. Let's interact. Let's grow real earning communities. Okay, guys? There's no scams here. If it is something that looks a little scammy, I'll let you know, but money's money. But please come to this legit DeFi project and start earning and thank me later. Let's go. Shark out. Let's